This is the New York Minute.
This is Ron English, and this is the New York Minute. Wait, no, sorry.
My whole curiosity is what we've gone from painting trains, and you've all heard of all this before, of course.
So I don't know if are you talking to me or him?
I'm talking to both of them.
Oh, okay.
Whoever's willing to.
Yeah,
really
they need to shoot a picture.
Go on.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta see you.
Okay, so I'm gonna borrow you.
Okay.
Okay, can I borrow you for
Sure.
1 minute? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about what's happening here in Miami and how it's affected kind of the worldwide scene from Brazil to New York to London, and what it's meant to street art, the way that Tony Golden sort of promoted it, but also the way that Miami sort of like presented this kind of cool thing where it makes the neighborhoods almost safe. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I think this thing is the epicenter. This is where it all started. But we go around the world, to all these different countries, and everybody's trying to emulate this in their own country or their own town. I mean, even Little Lily's trying to do this now. So it's like, the pebble was dropped in the water, and now there's tidal waves all over the world.
Do you think?
And this is the exact point where the pebble was dropped.
So you think this is really kind of like, I don't want to say epicenter, it's such a cliche, but
no, it's a great.
The earthquake starts from here.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And the weirdest thing about here is, maybe Julian Stauble's here and all these Shepard Fairey and all these big people, but also kids are hitchhiking from Idaho to be here. That's even more impressive to me in a way.
That was kind of what I wanted to ask you. That's always my main question. It's like, kids started in the 70s painting trains, and they got older and they did other things, and what it's evolved to today, just quickly. But then there were a lot of people within the last 5 to 10 years who didn't have to go through that sort of street art, avoiding the cops and all that. Do you think that part of it is something that maybe they've missed, or do you think that's kind of overrated?
I've been in jail about 30 times. It's not overrated. It sucks. No. Yeah, I mean, it's art, and I mean, it's kind of weirdly tragic that it was so hard to get the original people into the art world initially, because they weren't vandals, they were great artists that didn't have access to the galleries.
I was reading, the whole Norman Mailer thing, that essay.
Graffiti.
Yeah, it's so great because I live in Brooklyn now, and I'm from New York, and I lived there in the 70s,
right.
But I'm back now, and I'm meeting all these guys who like Keogh and Joust and Dr. Revolt, who were painting trains, and we're, like 14, 15 years old, and now they're, obviously in their 40s, 50s, whatever, and their work is being accepted, and almost like without exception,
right.
They're taking it to the museums and the art galleries.
Right.
But I think they still have a certain sort of, basis in the street.
Right.
But do you think that's really necessary these days to kind of have that basis in the street?
I think it's very much like, well, if you want to have a band, you want to just stay in your studio and make stuff for each other, or you want to go out on the road and play in front of live audiences and see how that changes your music. Because playing in front of people will change your music, and it'll change the way you approach, because you feel something from the audience. And putting stuff on the streets and doing stuff in front of people, you get that exact same kind of energy. And I think it really helps artists develop.
Like you paint your name on the train and you say, "Hey mom, I see my name on the train, every day, man."
And the other part of it is the other guys see your name on the train and they say your name. Fucking lame. Step it up, buddy. Step it up.
It's
do a
more
little drop shadow there or something, man.
So that's like a
competition. It's sports. You said if I just stayed in my backyard and played basketball by myself, I would never get that good. As soon as I go down the street and play with the big boys, I have to step my game up or quit playing basketball. And it's like that with street art. It's like if you're lame, they'll kick you off the streets real quick.
They're cruel, man. But it's
good
though,
because
right?
it grows what we want is to make great art. We don't care if people like us or hate us or hold our little hands.
But
we want to make great art.
People do like you, right?
I don't care. I think it's about we want to make great art. And we want everybody to make great art and raise the whole level. Thank you so much.
All right, I don't want to take much more of your time. Can I just get you to say this is Ron English? This is the New York Minute?
This is Ron English. This is the New York Minute. Wait, no, sorry.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. How long are you staying in Miami?
Until Sunday.